Welcome everyone to our entertainment news channel. Right here is the hottest and most exclusive news we have. According to the latest source, Harry will bring his small family to reunite with his royal family after years of escalating tensions, despite the conflict still unresolved. Before that, please support my channel by clicking like, commenting, and subscribing to the channel to get a preview of the latest videos. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are preparing to attend the opening ceremony of the Invictus Games in Vancouver in 2025, scheduled for February 8 at BC Place. They plan to bring Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, their 2 young children, to this family-friendly event, part of an effort to maintain and grow Harry's legacy in the Invictus Games. The Sussex family has contributed heavily to the organization of the event and aims to make the Invictus Games a family sporting experience, encouraging families to get involved and enjoy the atmosphere of the competition. I am reading about all the things this toxic couple is throwing at the wall, hoping something sticks. Just as I read they may be getting their huge, to use the new buzzword of their PR people, punishment. The PR machines start firing on all cylinders with a new project they want to impress us with. I am just an American who appreciates all the intangible things the royal family does so well. Of course, they have to make financial sense for the UK, but I think the world would be a little bleaker without their glittering brand. That's what makes Meghan and Harry's actions so appalling. As long as they are attached to their family, they will create darkness. My ideal scenario is Charles and the princess retiring to Highgrove. William and Catherine brought back the dignity of the crown. Instead of the constant outrage news about the toxic twins, they moved to her home in Nigeria to be free to do what they do. Sadly, their children will have to bear the worst. It's hard to be a part of a brand from birth. Is there anything stopping people from taking their young children out? I can think of anything as family-friendly as a sporting event other than boxing and the like, I guess. So I don't know why Harry and Meghan pretend they came up with some great idea. Oh, and they want to come for any kids. There will be some threats made against them as an excuse, and a little more, we need safety. Or maybe a childhood infectious disease. Where did it come from, though, even though they never go out? To prevent them from attending. Oh, come on. Definitely not going to introduce their kids at Invictus next year. What about security? I think there will be a lot of people who want to throw those tomatoes, and it's better to stay home, you crazy people. But are the children really going to show up? I guess I want to believe it until I see it with my own eyes. I am thinking about them canceling the announcement that they re-coming. The reason could be why they were going to school or sick. For example, I learned that Invictus was not a royal event. No royal funds were used. It was an event that Harry supported and thought would raise funds for them. But they usually charge him travel and accommodation fees. That is completely unacceptable. William needs to sever all royal ties with Invictus Games and give it to Harry. Then Harry can leave it to whoever he wants. If Invictus Games agrees. If they were smart, they would get rid of him and find someone more suitable to represent them. It's time for Invictus to ask the royal family to find a new patron, a real patron, who won't use the game for his own promotional purposes. I think the most suitable would be Zara and Mike. They are not soldiers, but are excellent athletes. Zara is still a top-level event organizer and in no part-time job. She is a director at Cheltenham Racecourse and has 3 young children. Not to mention the royal events she attends to support the monarchy and the various charities they have supported: World Equine Welfare, Catwalk Spinal Cord Injury Trust, Mark Davies' Injured Riders Fund, Peach Recreating Racehorses, Curing Parkinson's Disease, the Matt Hampson Foundation, and possibly others I am not aware of. It seemed like everything was falling apart for Harry. So the Invictus Games in Canada could be their chance to play their trump card kids and attract attention. Although I doubt Meghan would want to take the spotlight away from her. They really take advantage of their own children. It is disgusting. While the opening ceremony and sporting events are mainly held to honor fallen soldiers, Archie and Lilibet's participation can be seen as a ploy to attract attention and build awareness. Personal image. The inclusion of 2 young children in such major public events not only raises questions about the role of children in public events, but also raises concerns about the exploitation of children to enhance the reputation of parents. Meghan and Harry appear to be using their children as tools to generate public sympathy and concern, when in reality their children are subjected to unnecessary pressure and attention from the media. In one paragraph, the article said that they were planning the opening ceremony and then went on to say that they were heavily involved in the organizational elements of Invictus Games Vancouver.
That's it?
I really wanted to know what aspect of the planning they were involved in, since neither of them had any input into the planning of any previous events. Contestants can bring their families and young children, assuming they can afford to do so, which is a good idea. Then the closing ceremony is for adults only. Are there any kindergartens that allow parents to attend? Please someone tell Henry that he doesn't own the Invictus Foundation. This is a UK-registered charity and therefore cannot be given or bequeathed to anyone. The charity will choose anyone they want to be a patron if that person is willing. I can believe 2 imaginary kids have titles. It is so funny. Invictus is not a royal event. It is a PR platform for Harry and Meghan to promote themselves. By the time Invictus begins, they will find reasons not to take the children away, to ensure security, to protect their privacy and safety. We will never see children who do not exist. I'm sure Invictus wasn't a major royal event. Are they desperate and need to turn those 2 kids into money-making machines? It seems like the financial opportunities for the Markles are drying up. I can think of any other reason Meghan would allow anyone to share the stage or the spotlight. Harry's wife never allowed her children to overshadow her in public, I know. Many people don't believe that they are her children. The pregnancy was thanks to a surrogate. Turning the Invictus Games into a family-friendly event could be seen as an attempt by Meghan and Harry to create a perfect image and promote their personal brand, instead of focusing on the true values of the event and honoring wounded soldiers. They seem to be using the event to present a perfect family image and create personal gain. The Invictus Games is not a royal event. It is about the veterans, not the Markles. The Invictus Games were started by 3 people: Prince William, Princess Catherine, and Harry, long before Meg arrived. The Invictus Games have become a PR stunt for the Markles. Nothing more, nothing less. It should be taken away and given to those who appreciate it. Not only does this devalue the Invictus Games, but it also shows a lack of respect for the participants and the original purpose of the event, turning it into a stage for important personal and strategic goals, their public system. Well, that is all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching our video, and I want to know what you think about these issues. Please express your opinion in the comments below. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye, and see you again in the next videos.